Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to our show today. Today, we are having another IELTS Hero interview. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Oh, hi, Jazel. How are you? I think you're on mute today. Jazel is on mute.
Hi.
Hi, there you are. Hi, good morning. How are you?
Hi. It's good evening here.
Yes. Good evening. Good evening.
Good
Well,
evening.
are you having a good evening anyway?
Yeah, for
Good.
sure.
Good. Well, thank you so much for meeting me. I really appreciate that. All of us here at Connetics and Switch English, we really appreciate your time right now. I just want to say a huge congratulations on passing your IELTS exam. That's a huge obstacle, a huge thing to overcome. So that's pretty exciting. I bet you were excited when you got your email, right? You open that up and you see that you passed your IELTS exam.
Yes, I was very excited and
Oh,
grateful that I got that result.
that is fantastic. Well, that is wonderful. I'm just going to introduce myself really quick. I'll get that out of the way, and then we're going to move on to the good stuff, okay? Well, my name is Jennifer Olsen Bruns. I'm the IELTS support specialist for Connetics USA. We are the nation's leading global nursing placement company. A little bit about the IELTS exam. Fun fact, the IELTS was started back in 1980. The IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System, for anyone who does not already know. This consists of four parts. There is the reading, the writing, the listening, and the speaking, of course. The IELTS exam will measure your English comprehension of people who are trying to work or study in an English speaking country like the USA. The IELTS is jointly managed by the University of Cambridge, ESOL, British Council, and the IDP, of course. So today we are blessed to have Jazel, originally from the Philippines. Welcome, Jazel.
Hi, ma'am. Good
Hi.
morning there. It's
Hi.
good evening here in UAE.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're. I think you're about 12 or 13 hours ahead from me. It's 9 o'clock here. What time is it there?
Around 6 in the
Oh,
evening.
okay. Oh, okay. You must be. So tell us anyway. Where are you located right now?
I'm currently in United Arab Emirates.
Okay. That's great. That's great. Well, that's wonderful. Well, we also have. We are streaming live on Facebook too, as well, Giselle. So I'll be checking this periodically. Okay. And if anyone has any comments or questions, or if you just want to give a little shout out to Giselle and congratulate her, feel free. And I'll just be checking this. And if you have questions, we can ask her a little bit later. So that's great. So you're in the UAE right now, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And that is that your little daughter walking around?
Yeah, it's my oldest daughter.
Oh, how cute. They always love to get on the camera, don't they?
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful. That's good. Zobab Zuba says hello. If you know who that is, okay. I'm probably saying the wrong name. And there's a Mikkel. She says hi, watching from Singapore. So that's nice. So you are in the UAE. That is great. In the Philippines. How long have you been in the UAE?
I've been here since 2012, so I think almost 9 years now.
Oh, well, that's a long time. So, can you tell us a little bit about your American dream and who or what inspired you to want to move here?
Um, I think this is a bit overdue for my American dream. I have since I studied nursing to pursue a career in US, but that was year 2006 since I graduated, but some changes in plans along the way, so it took until this year that I really actively pursued this dream to really go there in the US, not only for me, for my future, but mostly for my family, for my kids. So it's like a better opportunity and career growth. Actually, um, my aunt, she's in US. She's
Hmm.
currently residing in California. She was the one who started to plant this dream.
Hmm.
Uh, she actually encouraged me to study nursing. To yeah, all for going to the ultimate plan, or the ultimate goal is to really go to US. So she's the one who inspired me, and now I have lots of colleagues and friends who showed me that there is like better life and opportunity, especially for the family in the US.
Hmm.
So I'm pursuing the American dream for those goals.
That's great. That's wonderful. California. So I didn't catch where you're going. Are you moving to California as well?
No, it will be in North Dakota.
North Dakota. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't I went over your profile a little bit again today and I just couldn't quite remember. North Dakota. So you're gonna get a jacket and you're gonna get used to a little bit of cooler weather, and then when
Yeah.
you want a break, you'll go to California for some warm weather.
Yes. Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully. Well,
Here
that's
it's
wonderful.
extreme because here it's very hot. We're in the desert, so
Ah,
it will be an extreme change in the weather
yeah.
conditions.
Oh, your kids will like it. They'll like making snowmen and the hot chocolate and all of those things. That'll be nice.
I think they like everything outdoors, doing things
Yeah.
outdoors. They would love.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. They do, don't they? Oh, that's good. I'm glad your family's here. That's exciting. You're going to come here and see your family in California, and they can go visit you and whatever the case may be. So there's so much to do here. What's the first thing you want to do when you come to the U.S.?
Yeah, I will. I think enjoy the snow first.
Hmm.
Have the feel how it feels in my hands,
Yeah.
and um, maybe we will meet some friends. I already have some friends there in the US. Meet some friends,
Good.
try to settle, and hopefully start work as early as possible.
Yeah. That's wonderful. That's good. It sounds like you already have a really great plan coming here. That's wonderful. Let's see. Oh, okay. Zuba. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, ma'am. I'm sorry. She says she's already in the USA. Maybe she's a friend of yours. Um, she's in Facebook. She's on the chat watching you. So that's great.
Mm.
Probably a friend of yours. So, well, that's wonderful. And that's your sister who's in California. Is that right?
My aunt, my
Your
mother's
aunt.
sister.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, how exciting is that? You'll love California too when you go visit
Yeah, she
California. There's a
said
lot to see.
the most wonderful weather condition is in California. I think that's at least that's what I've heard from her.
It's true, especially Southern California. When you get closer to like San Diego, it's pretty amazing. The weather of San Diego is pretty amazing. And then when you go to the East Coast where I'm at, Florida's also got great. Florida and Georgia has, I feel like it warm. It's really great weather. So we love it here. So well, that's exciting for you. So can you tell me about your experience with your IELTS? Like how many times have you taken the exam before, and can you tell us a little bit like your study habits, how many hours a week did you study, those sorts of
Okay.
things?
Actually, this is my second time taking the IELTS because the first time, it was year 2016, I think, because I was already processing for the US, so I took the exam. Unfortunately, it got expired because it has only 2 years validity, I think. I basically have the same band score from my first exam and then this exam. Yeah, the same band score for that. So I took again the exam just recently. And then actually for the study habits, I really don't have a fixed time since I'm working and I also have 3 kids, but if ever I have the time, I really make the most of it. Like I try to focus really on um getting some what's this strategy on how I will take the exam. Okay,
Yeah.
so um it's not a fixed how many times a week, but when I get the time, like for 1 hour, I will really focus. 1 hour, I will really give that a quality study time for that hour that I have or when I'm available. So I really practice. I try to avoid phones or any distractions, and I do it on the time when, like, it's my downtime, the kids are sleeping, there are no other distractions, so that I can um you were asking regarding tips, right? Or
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
was is it too soon? Okay. um
And we
Basically
can
the
move into
most
that if you're ready. Sure.
I don't know. So what tips I can give with when it
Sure.
comes to,
Yeah. Specific
yeah,
pointers and tips for each subject, the speaking, writing,
okay,
listening, and the reading. What would you recommend?
okay. I'm not really an expert when it comes to the language, or but the best tip I think I can really give is to really practice hard, and really practice like you mean it. uh so for this listening, what I can recommend is focus, because you have to get a if especially if you're not a native speaker of the language, you really have to get a good grasp of what is being said. um you can also practice through watching movies, like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
especially so that
definitely.
you can get used to the language, you can get
Yeah.
used to hearing it always.
Mm-hmm.
And um for reading, what I do is, because sometimes you don't really have the time to read all, but I really like to read also. So from time to time, if there are articles that are available and if I have the time, I will really read through, so that
Mm-hmm.
I will practice my reading comprehension. And that tip that you have to get the idea, like the main idea of a certain article, is you read through the first two paragraphs and then try to get the good grasp on the last few phrases. That's how I, like, read first the first two paragraphs, get the
Mm-hmm.
meaning, and then read through the last.
Mm.
But if you have the time, it's better also if you can read through the whole,
Right through.
yeah, the whole article, so that you can really.
Yeah.
But practicing reading books, articles, journals, anything that you can have, it's really a good practice.
Yeah.
And when it comes to writing, um for me is when I took the exam, because the second part has the biggest weight, I think, the task 2. I focused
Yeah.
on that first. I finished it because it's based on my own perspective. So I can uh what's this? I can write that one first and get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a good impression on your opening, uh or your introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Make good with your body, and then make an impactful conclusion. So, and then when it comes to the graphs, because I'm not really good at interpreting graphs like that, so I have to read examples,
Yeah.
read different examples, and then try to um, practice, interpret by myself. I look for previous exams, how they interpret, especially those high scores, like those that have got like 9 or like that. I always read that. I try to get the strategy on how they wrote, or and also have what's this pick those words that are good in, like, in reading graphs. So have more banks of those words, like storage of those words that you can use when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to making comparison. So collect those vocabularies, or have a good vocabulary storage, so that you can
Yeah.
easily Um, and then when it comes to speaking, although at home we don't really use English because I'm from the Philippines, so we use our
Oh,
language. But
okay.
when it's time, when the exam time is near, what I do is we really speak in English. Even my workmates, even if they find it annoying, I speak to them in English. My
Yeah,
friends, my family, I speak to them in English so that I can like it's a practice for me and it will
yeah.
come naturally. And yeah, because you cannot
Good.
get fluent with what's this if you don't do it often, especially I am
That's
not a
good.
native speaker. So I have to
That's good.
practice so that I will be confident when I use it. And
Mm-hmm.
then I read aloud so that I can practice my diction. I can
Mm-hmm.
so because if you have a good command of the language and you learn the skills, you will be more
Yeah,
confident and you will not get easily intimidated when you face the what's this the examiner.
yeah.
So yeah, really
I
boost
like.
your confidence. Y- Improve your skills, learn
Mm-hmm.
vocabularies. It's how
Definitely.
I prepare.
That's great. Well, that's wonderful. That's true. Even as a native speaker, and I'm not speaking in front of a an examiner, but I am speaking with a lot of people across the world, like yourself, and it still can be a little tricky on knowing exactly what words, and you have to really focus so
Mm,
you don't get tongue tied. And I do it every time, every day. I still mess up and I still get tongue tied because you want to do it so right that you make mistakes. Like in my introduction, it's like it was my first time. It's like, my goodness, why can't I just spit it out? So I would not want to be from a different country trying to take some English speaking exam or even another exam, another language. That just would be
ah.
so tricky. I would be so nervous.
Plus, also another tip that I'm using is I record how
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking so that I can
Mm.
listen back and then I
Oh,
can
I
make
like that.
corrections on how I
Yeah,
and also try to eliminate your mannerisms. That's sometimes it will make make speaking very hard once you get used to a lot of mannerisms or you are used to these words you tend to repeat it especially when you are afraid, so try to avoid
definitely.
repetitive words like that, so try to really practice
That's great advice.
doing away
That's
with
really
those.
good. Yeah, I need to take all that advice that you just gave for myself. Because you get comfortable using the same words over and over, and you don't broaden your vocabulary. You do when you're off camera, you'll say whatever, but when you're on camera, like we are,
Yeah.
it can get a little tricky. So you've learned the tricks of the trade, how to do it, and you did it just right and you passed. So I think that's pretty great. I also like a couple of the tips that you suggested was to record yourself and play it back. I don't like hearing myself, and when I do that, I see all the mistakes, so you know
Mm.
exactly what I'm talking about. So it's same kind of concept. And American TV, I think that's wonderful. I love TV. Um,
Yeah, me too.
I
I
love
love like
TV.
watching series.
Oh, me too. I love TV. I love series. I love movies. I love it too much, and that's good advice. To watch. You probably watch Netflix. There's Disney.
Mm.
Obviously Disney Plus. I'm sure your kids are they learning English as well? Because I know when they come here, they'll be bilingual and all that, right?
We're talking to them in English so that it will
Oh,
be
good,
easier for them to communicate when.
good. And Disney Plus too, if you want to get them started. I'm sure maybe you already watch it where you're at, but Disney Plus is always on TV here, and so that's a big one. And then Discovery Plus, if you're learning the language,
Mm.
so many resources on top of Swoosh. Not to take away
Yeah.
from Swoosh English, of course, because
I'll
I know
take
that's
note
not
of
your
those.
recommendation. Yeah, I'm just adding to it. I'm not trying to take it away. It's not instead of the lectures, nothing like that. Just adding to it because because that's how you speak. That's how we speak when you move here. It's not just all textbook, and obviously you'll see as soon as you get here. So I love your advice, and I think all that is really great. And your little kids, two girls. You said two girls. Is that what you
Yeah, I
said?
have two girls and a boy.
Ah, three. How cute is
Yeah.
that? Well, you got your hands full, Mom.
Yeah, we've been busy.
Yeah, you've been busy. And then you're going to be moving to the USA. Whew.
Yeah,
That's
bringing
a,
three small kids.
yes,
So,
yes. It's going to be a whole new challenge, environment, schools, school buses, all those things. That'll be wonderful. That'll be a good times. So let me see. If anyone has, Joy is watching. If anyone has any questions or comments for Giselle, please just type it in the comment section, please. If you want to wish her congratulations, that's wonderful too. I'm sure she'd love to hear that. Um, so, can you tell us your scores a little bit? I went over them, but I know everyone else would kind of like to hear a little bit about your scores. Do you want to touch on that for a second?
if I remember it correctly, I've got 8.5 on listening and reading, and then 7 on both
Okay.
speaking and writing.
All right. That is really good. So, what was your speaking score you said?
7.
Okay. Well, that's good. Well, that's good. It's still better than me. Well, that's wonderful. I'm just glad that you passed. Congratulations. That is a huge achievement. And now it's done and over with. And now it's just a matter of time before you come here. So he'll be here before you know it, celebrating the holidays and all the festivities. And we've got Thanksgiving coming up. Actually, in a couple days, I was going to say next week, but next week is already here. So in a few days, Thanksgiving. So next year, you'll be celebrating Thanksgiving and Christmas and whatever else the USA is celebrating. um, Oh, New Year's. That's a big
I
deal.
really hope so.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, that is so good. Well, let's see. We've got a congratulations. Queen Mary is watching. Well, that's wonderful. She says, congrats. So, tell us about your dashboard. Tell me really quick before I let you go. Did you find your dashboard in Swish English helpful to navigate your review and get around to passing? What can you tell us
Yes, ma'am.
about using your dashboard? Okay.
Um, I really did not get to use the swoosh too much because of the timing and my schedule, but I use it on the first part of my review, and for me it was really helpful. Um, so um, I really like the assistance, and I really like how you can practice through the
Mhm.
through the swoosh. So I really recommend that, since especially it's for free for most of us. So
Yeah.
really take use of every opportunity to study. Um, it's really helpful, and it has been very helpful
Mhm.
for me as well. And also, one more thing is, when you take the exam,
Mhm.
aim for the top. So you always aim for the top, because if you will fall short of the top, then at least you get a high score. So I was really hoping for the top when I studied, so that I will get motivated. And the only way you will go is you will pass. One if you
Yeah.
will not even if you will not reach the top, the only way you will go is, a passing score. So
Yeah.
always aim for the top and study hard.
Study hard. Study hard and practice. Is that right? Well, that's good. Well, I think that's great. You've given some really helpful tips and some great advice, and I love that. Are you in the Telegram group by chance? I don't
No,
remember if
I
you're in the
I
Telegram.
already finished the exam, I think, before the Telegram was introduced to
Oh,
the
okay. Did
practice.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Well, then I guess you wouldn't be in there. I was going to say if you were in there, then some people might want to ask you some additional
Or I
questions or
can,
something.
yeah, I can join also, and there's no problem.
Okay, maybe I'll add you to the group. If you're on Telegram, I'll just
I'm Yeah.
add you.
I think the link was given in WhatsApp, so I will just
Oh, perfect.
use it through
Yeah,
there.
yeah, perfect. Yeah, somebody, there's some nurses in there that are probably struggling. I know there are. struggling, trying to pass just like you did, and they might have some additional questions or a little bit of advice they might want to get from
Yeah,
you.
I'm
So that's
always willing to help and provide
good.
assistance if
That's great.
you need just based on my experience. I am not an expert,
Yeah.
but at least I can give some encouragement and some tips for those who are
Mhm.
still planning to take the exam.
Well, when you pass, you become pretty good at it, I think. So I think you might not think you're an expert, but you're pretty good for being able to pass because that is one heavy exam, isn't it? Wouldn't you say that was pretty? That's an overload, and if you don't have to ever do that again, that would be
Yeah.
great. So never again. Well,
I
that's
don't want to take
wonderful.
exams again.
No,
So,
no, no, no. Just move to the U.S. and enjoy the snow and your new house and where you're living and your new life, and it'll be wonderful.
yeah, I'm very excited.
And then you could get a cat and a dog like everyone else
Yes,
does
yes.
around
I'm
here. And
planning. I'm planning for cats and dogs and
oh, money, yes. Just think about your
other.
pay increase instantly. Buy a car. You'll be buying a new car when you come here. That'll be fun. Start driving, whatever. I mean, you won't drive any worse than me, and they let me drive. So, you know.
I think that's the most challenge that I am still not ready, but I have to. I think
Oh,
driving.
you'll be all right. You'll be all right.
Yeah,
Make sure you get an automatic. Don't get a gear shift. You know, yeah, automatic.
yeah. That's
You'll
what
be
I'm
all right.
planning. Automatic.
Automatic. Make sure everyone in the car is wearing a seatbelt. Everyone has to wear a seatbelt.
If they can wear a helmet, I'll make them wear helmets.
And a helmet, maybe a helmet and a seatbelt. Um, that's probably what they should when I drive too. Everyone wear a helmet. Let's see. Queen Mary says she's also starting reviewing through Swoosh. She is so grateful thanks to Connetics. Don't you love hearing stuff like that? They're great.
Yes.
Yeah, people very appreciative. All these nurses. That's one of the perks about one of the many perks about this newfound career I've got is I get to speak to bright, smart, intelligent nurses like yourself all over the world. So never before did I have the opportunity, and now I get to speak with nurses from all over the world. So thank you for that opportunity. That's kind of nice, you know. You have to spend your time speaking to me for about 30 minutes. It's not too bad, right?
Yeah, it's good. I was really hoping, looking forward to this. Thank you
Good.
for the opportunity.
Good. Yes, you bet. And hopefully it wasn't too bad for you. It went pretty smooth. I hope I
I
wasn't too
was a
scary
bit
for you.
nervous, but I'm also excited.
Oh, good. Good, good. Well, I try not to make it too overly serious and kind of lighten the mood with a little. I guess that's my personality. Lighten the mood a little bit with a couple jokes. That's sort of how I do things. So, um, yeah. So anyway, well, let's see. Queen Mary says, "Thanks for the tip. She's inspired, so that's good. And if anyone else is watching and they are needing to pass their IELTS exam and they have not yet done so, but you are a Connetics nurse and you've already been placed, well, you reach out to me, Jennifer at ConneticsUSA.com, or you can find me on Telegram or WhatsApp. I'll get you enrolled in Swish English so we could get you to pass your exam the first time. So that is about that. Thank you, Jazel, for your time. And I want you to have a wonderful rest of the evening with your kids and enjoy your dinner if you guys haven't done dinner yet. And I look forward to seeing you here in the USA. You never know, we might cross paths. It's a small world.
Yes. Okay, thank you. See you soon.
And see you soon. Thank you so much for your time. Very much appreciated.
Thank you.
Bye.